So, I've given birth. This is a recount for you. Proof. He wakes me up. I hear him say, "Get up. I am dead tired. I was in labor for days. I hadn't eaten." He said, "Get up. Get up. It's time to flee." It was God commanding me. I was so tired. Not really the passport yet, but the only way to do this, and I am sorry, the last thing you want to do is look at a bank statement. A Bank of America statement. But I don't know how else to show proof. Right? So here we are. Let's see. Where are we at? Get up. I go to American Airlines. I could give you a video of me walking out of here with nothing but my purse, my passport, and my phone. And I get in the truck. And I drive. And he says, "It's okay. You can stop by Starbucks." And I got my green tea frappuccino and a ham and Swiss panini. And I drove on. When I got to the airport, he told me, "You're not coming back here." And I said, what do I do? Do I just leave the keys? I could call Jack and tell him where it's at. So I walked away, and then, no, I'm leaving him the keys. That's what a good person would do, right? He told me I needed to get to Israel. I needed to get to Israel. Do you see when this is? Do you see when this is? How hard did Satan stop me? How hard did he try to stop me? Do you see when this is? The height of the death of from COVID was in December 21, and January 2022. So I go to the airport. I don't have a mask. Everybody's wearing a mask. I asked somebody, I get to the front counter and everybody's looking at me. And the lady said, "You can't be in here without a mask. They'll fine you $10,000. And some gentleman gives me a mask. He's so kind, just somebody waiting in line. And she said, "Can I help you?" I had tried at the kiosk to get a ticket, but I couldn't. And I told her I need to get to Israel. She said, "Well, give me a destination." And I wasn't allowed to look at my phone because Satan has a way of finding me through electronics. So I couldn't look up. I'd been to Israel before with Glenn Beck when they went in Restoring Courage, and we went through Canada, and I said, "Well, can I get a ticket to Montreal? Because I could get a ticket from Montreal to Israel." She said, No, we don't have any flights going to Montreal. And the only other thing I could think of was Georgia. I could get a ticket to Georgia. They had the Olympics there when my sister lived there. It's an international airport. Maybe I can get a flight there. And the woman was not helpful. She was not helpful at all. I guess I made her mad because I wasn't wearing a mask, and I guess she thought I was trying to kill her or something, or whatever the heck they had going on, right? So she got me a flight to Georgia. and it took forever for the plane to take off. I could hear in the spirit so many things. I could hear saints saying, "Don't go. Robin, if you go, they're going to destroy us. You got to stay in America. If you go, they're going to destroy us all. You got to stay. You got to stay." And I said, "I need to go. I hear him calling me. I have to go." "No, you need to stay." Everybody was praying for me in the spirit. I could hear them. I said, "Robin, you got to stay. We won't make it without you. You got to stay." I got so much spirit energy. The bride spirit that was in me became so overwhelmed. We pushed it out and we healed people all over the world. We sent out healing to people all over the world. People were dying. People were praying. They said, "You've got to stay." And we pushed out healing to everybody in the world. I prayed. I was so light. And the plane finally took off. And we got to Georgia. There was no flights. There was nothing. There was nowhere to go. I got a rental car. I needed to get out of there. It wasn't safe. I could feel demons and people around me. I rented a car. Or it was a truck. It was a special truck. The Spirit told me it's one of those economically friendly trucks that you drive, and at the stoplight, if you step on the brake, the engine cuts off. The engine cuts off to save energy, and then when the light comes on, it kicks back on. And he told me, "Robin, they can't find you in this vehicle. They can't find you. Satan cannot find you in this vehicle." We went to a store, and he said, "You need to walk. You need to ditch these people." Because I was being followed. And he said, "You need to get rid of your phone." And I stuck my phone. I opened a tailgate that had a bed on it, and I put my phone in it and walked away. So I had no phone. And he needed me to drive. There were people he needed me to see. Okay, let's see if I can find the purchase for the Hertz. It's on here. Maybe a little bit back up. Yeah, there it is. Hertz rental car. Atlanta, Georgia. I had paid a fee there to rent the car for a week. It was a truck. It was a gray truck for a week. I didn't know how long I'd need it. And there were places he told me to drive to, people he wanted me to see. God told me, "Robin, the people you see, I don't want you to worry about their souls. Anybody that has ever crossed your path will be saved. Anybody that has ever crossed your path will be saved." Because he doesn't want me running around to people that I've met in life going, "Oh my God, come to Jesus." You know, people would think I was insane. And he said, "That's how I'm going to honor you." So he had me go places. There's people I need you to see. I need you to get to them. I need you to see them. God uses everything to his glory. Everything to his glory. So I had unlimited mileage on the truck and insurance. And I could tell you more about it. He wouldn't let me stop driving. If I stopped at a hotel, I only slept for a few hours. He said it wasn't safe because I was having to use a credit card. and I would keep driving. I drove over 10,000 miles. I was exhausted. I was so exhausted. I went from Georgia. I drove down to Florida. That's just normal stuff that trying to see if there's any other purchases. I had hardly any money on me. That's a doctor's office at Revolutionary Wellness. She's a doctor, Dr. Amity Smith. She's amazing. She's like a regular doctor. You go to the doctor because you have a cold. Anyway, so you're wondering about, well, wait, didn't you flee to the wilderness first? And yes, and I probably should have started with that. Let me find it. Turner Falls Park. And these dates up here, this one is transaction date and this is post date. Turner Falls the 23rd. And I went again the 24th. I was in labor for days. I was plagued by Satan. Plagued. While I was on my way there was a wreck. Let me see if I can find where this place was. I stopped at a gas station. And I think I paid for gas and something else. Must have been the first one. Turner Falls, yeah. Valley View. There was a wreck there. They were after me. There were people following me, and there was a wreck at Valley View, and they got hurt. So I went to Turner Falls. I went twice. And then I went back. It is written in the Bible. You go to someone once and talk to about the Lord. You go to them twice about the Lord. And if they don't come to the Lord, you move on. Because they didn't get it. I know you'll say 70 times 70, but in the time of the reign of Satan, it's different. There's not enough shepherds in the field. We're shepherds. We're to teach. So once, twice, and then we move on because there's other people we could save that might listen. So, proof, right? Did she really go anywhere? I hadn't had speeding tickets in decades. Was she fleeing? Was she really fleeing? Was she really fleeing? Was she fleeing? Was she? Where's your proof, right? How could you be who you say you are? You know the clouds in the heavens is not enough, right? How could this be the time of Satan's reign? Even he doesn't believe it. That song he played it on my TV on YouTube. It's not time for the sun. It's a Kenny Loggins song. I'll have to redo that video so you can see it. Oh, this is fake, right? These late notices. This is fake, right? But it's not. It's not. It's not. It's the same one. And still they will not believe. Still they will not come to Jesus. The Bible unfolding in front of them. And another one. I can't find the citation, but I was there. That March 4th, it was the mailing. They mailed the bill to me. And I'm sorry, but there's a citation number. Someone will look it up one day. Someone will look it up one day. And that wasn't enough, right? A third ticket. The state of Texas. I was driving back. I was trying to get back. And when was the date of this citation? You know what? I heard him in the spirit. So many people were sick, and he came out because he wanted there to be a law enforcement presence. He went to work. He is a very good officer. These are good officers. They were working and having a presence and keeping us safe. They witnessed me. They witnessed me. So, you read the Bible, right? And the King James, sometimes it says, she fled to the wilderness, or she fled to the desert. That's why you changed one word in the Bible, and it was better that you've never have been born. Because you put me through this. God is true to his word. Later, he had me flee again. Satan showed up, and it was bad. (212) White Sands National Park, Alamogordo. La Quinta Inn, Suites, New Mexico. Arrival 2/12/2022. When I'm pregnant, green tea frappuccinos are very healthy for me. They have whole milk in them, and your body hangs on to all your nutrition, and you can get constipated. And the green tea helps keep my body flowing. I've drank them with all my kids when I was pregnant. And let's see, where did it go? Sorry, I know this isn't perfect. There. So you're wondering, when did the time start for me? Is Satan supposed to know when he arrives on the Mount of Olives? I will tell you, I did make it. I even tried to find a boat, a cruise ship, to get to Israel. I finally did make it. But it wasn't time yet. I went to Jordan True News, TRU, no E, news, NEWS.com. Rick Wiles took a group, to Jordan. And I made it to Petra, which is where I was supposed to be. But nothing was done, nothing was prepared. It was in the year of mercy. God allowed me to go. See if I've got the New York to... That's the... to Amman. I had to get passports for the kids. How Lindsay talks about how the bride is Israel, right? It's not, it's me. And that the bride will flee to Petra. Well, you know what? I fled to Petra, so there you go. There's scripture I'll put up about it. It talks about how God was very angry. And it also warns about Magog coming in and attacking Israel and only having 1/5 of their population survive. And God is angry with the woman. I got in the Dead Sea and swam, and God poured his wrath out upon me like he did on Jesus. I took all his wrath and rage and all of his judgment for Jordan. And I also prayed for God to have mercy on the U.S. military, and he said he would. And he poured his wrath on our military out on me. And that's why we have eagle's wings. They survive. They survive. You may have questions. Like, okay, you're going to be persecuted and you're going to flee again. Where is her place? My place is with the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, but it's not time yet. He told me when God found me, he said, stay here. Stay here for 7 years and I'll come for you. Stay here. If I flee, which it says I will, it'll be because there's people he wants me to see. There's people whose path he wants me to cross so that they can learn about the Lord and be saved. I am the bride of Christ. The Spirit split himself up and left the female part inside of me so that you may be Spirit-filled during the reign of Satan while he is in heaven with his Father. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are in heaven. You will hear preachers say, no, during the reign of Satan, you won't be able to be Spirit-filled. That might have been the case, but God couldn't stand it, and neither could I. People calling on the Lord, being Spirit-filled, getting closer to God. So God did this. God did all this. You might hear me talk about this and think, Robin, you're just bragging on yourself. I'm not. I did what I was told. I was obedient. If you don't believe me, then you don't believe God, because the words I say are his. He protected me and kept me safe. He kept me safe. And he keeps me safe still. All this he did. He would tell me what to do, and I did it. He helped me. He helped me. I love him more than anything. Don't wait. This is real. This is real. I love you. I want you in heaven with me. I want you here on earth to rule and reign with the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. I love you very much. King of Kings, Lord of Lords, I am here. I am here. Hephzibah, God's great joy, I am here. Persevere. I am here. I am here, beloved.